Hello and welcome. This is the horse racing selection for Thursday, the 10th of April. I am flatcapcallum and I am hoping you are all very, very well. That's right, just one in the cupboard for Thursday. I wouldn't have bothered, but it's a nice price, so we will, and we've had a bit of previous. So, one horse for Thursday. We're going to go a 75p each way single. £1.50 is the channel stake. Woohoo! Woohoo! Here we go. We're going to be jackpot winners from one nag in a 7-runner race at Hereford on Thursday. All right, we'll do the review. We'll talk about the horse, and I'll get on my way, and you can carry on your evening day. All right. We didn't have a great day at all on Wednesday. I said that could go two ways. It definitely went the other way. That horse ran terribly after last time being in the steward's room for looking like it was sort of being protected a bit. The other Easterby horse finished ahead of it as well. Port Louis was well backed in. It ended up being a bit too far back. It was a right bunch finish. It just was on the wrong side of it. So it wasn't a million miles away from placing. It was, in terms of places, I think it was 8th, but really not very far away from actually 3rd or 4th. Those two absolutely were come a cropper for the draw. So that race, and there was a few short races at Catterick, but there was a couple of them absolutely the inside draw prominent runners dominated on, and those two never really looked in it. But we did have a little cheer in the last. Colin Keane got Safer Fad up for second, so it was 11 on 183 back. A loss of 9.17 puts us minus 364, minus £3.64 with a £1.50 gigantic outlay. Is the horse we've had previous. We backed it last time, if you recall, on the 20th of March in a 5-runner at 66 to 1 when it basically went off fast. It was first time headgear on it, went off fast and fell at the 3rd fence. So we're going to go again. They're keeping the headgear on. James Best's on it now instead of Connor Ring, which I prefer overall, so that's okay. There's a couple of others that might vie for the lead, but generally speaking, this 7-runner race is pretty poor stuff. Time to Dazzle is equivalent to about £5 lighter as well. I think that's because it was out of the handicap, as I recall last time, possibly. I think it is. I don't think they've just put it down for that. Maybe they have, but it's running off lighter. Basically, there are absolutely no worldies in this one. There's not even really much in the way of progressive. I mean, the favourite Pittsburgh won last time, but it's not got like loads of great looking form in there. It's proper basement stuff, this. And Time to Dazzle is one of many that, if you go back through, is got a back piece of form that says that it could be competitive in this race. So the the 40 to 1 price tag doesn't really demonstrate the chances of it running well, albeit it's been, apart from that last time when we backed it, it was running over soft ground and not seeming to like it. So back on decent ground. There was the history that the horse ran well on heavy with previous connections, but it does look to me like it wants better ground. So we'll have a little bit of a spin the dice on it for a second time, because we didn't really find out last time. It fell at the 3rd. There's a couple of others in the race that might be vying for pace, but I would like to think this one is the one that will go from the front. And then let's see if it can stay there or no more than 2 others can go past it, because Sky 365, Betfred, Coral, Ladbrokes of the major bookies are paying 3 places in the 7-runner. Bit of a watch out here, because there's these shenanigans go on, and I know some of you see these shenanigans, but this is a 7-runner where those bookies are paying 3 places. I don't mean an 8-runner race. Some of you will know what I'm talking about. An 8-runner race where a non-runner happens, and then somebody might then go on to say, look at us, we claimed some excellent money on the place for 3rd place. If there's an 8-runner, unless it's a real exception, nobody is paying out for 3rd place. If it goes from 8 to 7, this is a 7-runner that the bookies are paying you because the market's quite open, and therefore they're offering you a bit of an opportunity on the race. So I like 7-runners with bookies paying 3 places, and some of these are nice high street ones as well. But yeah, if it's an 8-runner race and it's a non-runner, that goes to 7. Usually speaking, no one is paying third place. You can't claim third place, okay? Just, yeah, jokes, absolute jokes. Just, I know I say it a lot, guys, but there's some absolute dodgy folk out there who try and claim all this, that, and the other, right? And I'm not trying to say to you, I'm the best or I'm the biggest. I've never been about that. What I'm trying to say to you is, I'm doing things an honest and decent, above board way, and because that's the way it should be done. But yeah, there are many sharks in the sea. All right, 150. That's your lot. The other quick mention is Mason Patel is back out. Our man Mace, he's on Lilkin, running at Lingfield, 6-1 currently. There's not really much value in the price. It won last time with an eye shield added over 7 furlongs. It usually runs 6. It's got a nice draw at Lingfield. It could go well, but 6, it's not something I'm looking at for the channel. But I hope he does well, because he's sort of he's got a bit of a following now as Mace. I am looking at the weekend for Mace though, because he's due to ride Pearl Eye in the Spring Cup that ran at Doncaster, and I can't remember now if it won or placed second, or it was second place first. I think it was first and demoted to second. It was like one of those ways round. In the Spring Cup, the sort of consolidation race for Lincoln, and he's down to ride. He's also down to ride a horse at Brighton, so he's only going to run one of them. But this is what I mean about him potentially being used in big handicaps on Saturdays. So this is a Saturday afternoon valuable enough handicap at Newbury, where I would say he's good value for taking £7 off that horse, considering it ran so well last time. So we'll keep an eye and see if he does turn up on Saturday, because that might be an interesting one for us. All right, thank you very much. I'll be off on my merry way. See you the next one. 7 meetings on Friday, 8 on Saturday. So looking like we've got some opportunity, but we'll see. Thank you very much. Bye bye.